Well, for more on this year's top trends in tech and what to expect in 2017, I spoke to Heinan Landa. He's the CEO and founder of Optimal Networks, Inc. I began by asking him about what was the most surprising trend in 2016.
The electric car was very surprising. We did not expect Tesla to blow everyone out of the water. You know, they have over 500,000 pre-orders for their new model that's going to come out in 2018. And that is, they got 300,000 of those in 2 days, 48 hours. It normally takes Honda an entire year to sell the Accord, 300,000 of them.
Well, certainly zooming ahead.
Yes.
So in terms of that, you mentioned Tesla. What are some of the other companies that really seem to have a handle on what consumers are looking for, and who's missing the mark, perhaps?
We still have the electric car thing going, which is really good. We have Apple that still seems to put out phone after phone after phone and make people happy. I don't think they're making people delighted.
Why is that?
I think they're missing some pizzazz now. I think it's becoming a little bit more routine. And I think people are getting frustrated. It's like, why do I have to upgrade again? Remember the whole thing with the PC? Every year we have to get a new PC, or every other year we have to get a new PC. Why? Because Microsoft says so. Right now, the Apple is becoming the new Microsoft, and we want to see something really snazzy out of them.
They want to see these revolutionary changes.
Yeah. So looking forward, I would say if they could put it together on the watch, that would be something that people would really like.
Now, you mentioned the watch. At first, it was something that we saw with Fitbit and all these other companies. It was more about health. Now we're seeing them kind of expanding to kind of tap into other areas. So which are the sectors that technology is really trying to integrate itself into when it comes to our everyday lives?
So the watch is a very expensive item. And I think because of that, the subset of consumers that you have looking at the watch are people who can afford another device between $300 and $700 on top of their phone. Right? So that appeals to a very small number of people.
Right.
But those are the people who are going to be leaders in technology, or what do they call them? Early adopters.
Okay.
You know, the people who are into fitness. And I think that's why you find that these watches are incorporating all the fitness gear into them. The new Apple Watch that was just released in September now lets you go swimming and actually checks 4 different types of strokes and incorporates them into your daily health log, I guess. But what we're looking for, and Samsung's almost out with it, what we're all looking for from Apple is, can we go and not need our phone?
So as we actually look ahead into 2017, what do you see changing in terms of trends? What do you think could really stand out?
Okay, so let me tell you what's not changing. Cybersecurity is not changing. And I don't care if that's consumer, or I don't care if it's business. I mean, Yahoo just said they were hacked with over 1 billion accounts exposed. That was 2016. It's not going to stop in 2017, and it's just going to be an ongoing fight to try to protect your personal information and your business information.
So in terms of gadgets going forward, I know we mentioned the watch. We're not sure what's happening now with tablets, since people are now trying to do more on these smaller devices, trying to have kind of one thing do everything.
I think tablets are going away. I think slowly but surely tablets are disappearing, and we're getting more of the convertible laptops, you know, that function as a laptop or as a tablet. And the sizes of the phone continue to increase, and that trend has stuck. And I think once you have a large phone and a laptop, the room for the tablet is starting to disappear. Also, the innovations on the tablets haven't been very, very high recently.
And just lastly, it seems that originally when people were going into laptops and things, it was all about business, but now it's more about lifestyle, and especially the home. A lot of people are waiting for Apple to kind of catch up with Google and Amazon when it comes to integrated homes. What are we seeing there? Can we expect anything, you think, from Apple, or is it
That's just going to continue. That trend is just going to continue. You might see something from Apple. It's almost ready. You know, Apple makes their mark when they walk into a marketplace and there's no real consistent standard, right? So like before they walked into the Apple Watch, or before they walked into the iPhone, the iPod, the market was very fragmented, and they look around, they go, God, there's no standard here. Maybe if we put something out, we will clean it up and make a standard. And so I believe that will be right for Apple pretty soon. I don't want to say this year, next year. That's a tough trend to predict. I tell you what Apple has done with the most recent iPhone that I think will be a trend that will shoot skyward this year, which is the idea of wireless audio. So they removed the headphone jack from the phone, right, on the 7. but they did it without a corresponding improvement in wireless technology. It's almost like they were saying, hey, Bluetooth is good enough. So if you've got Bluetooth headphones, you're fine. But we all know Bluetooth is not good enough. Bluetooth is a pain in the neck. It's a pain to connect the phones to the cars and to the headphones and to all the things. So I think over the next year now, we're going to see an explosion in wireless and improved and simpler wireless technology.